Okay, welcome up to the north. I give Ryan Lund a look at online, and he's a local musician and consultant in the Ontario region. Also, lunch lady, does various lunch orders, and I want to be talking about some of those essential needs, especially foods items. Uh, CAA will always take care of your needs if you're ever stranded out there. So follow us. Community shout outs on this Wednesday morning in April. And this is 422. Not the time, but the date. 4/22/2020. And we have plenty of food services that I want to keep talking about later, but also a shout out to the musicians and performers and those people that are helping keep people entertained and less stressed during these times, because we've had so much focus on health. So I don't want to be talking about chatting on cannabis quite so much, but maybe in the growing aspect, but also in natural alternative medicines, in small local business and big time corporations that have been using natural resources for a long time to help treat medications. So I guess here in Ontario we've got a place to grow, but what we grow is debatable. So what else do we got? Some good Canadian mushrooms. My cat keeps bugging me for these. But before you pack up all your essential skills and try to head out there and find, those necessary jobs that are still available. And we're talking about old and new jobs and how those are changing to fit how we see the world. Let's not all march out there and see what kind of new land we can develop to make these new gardens and this growing community. We've already got that. And right now, look at what you can do in your own home. Those are the spaces that we can look after daily. Because the things we can grow can be used for a lot more than just medicines. Like another essential, meeting our dietary needs. But remember, you always want to know what you're putting in your body. So I don't think lavender oil is really good for cooking. That's better. You need some fine cooking oil to make some fine food. But not just food, drink too. These great Canadian products you can grow pretty much anywhere, and Canadians know a lot about growing things off of manure and darkness. So proper management of these resources, because we can grow pretty much anything here in Ontario, and the space is at a premium. International trade is also very important. These are some Mexican cucumbers from Walmart. We got a really good deal. But locally, if I want to put stuff in my pot, then we've got a problem. You see, the current premier and the ruling council has removed all funding to community garden projects, which really does affect a lot of people's health and dietary needs, and it's really impacted also the strain that everybody has for all these essential supplies that are helping to keep everyone healthy, especially during lockdown and different trade trade being held up and being halted. So the Green Party of Ontario has put together a petition to prevent the loss of all of our community gardens, which I encourage everyone to use and to practice social distancing. You know, garden plots are fair size, and not just that. If you don't want to go out to the community gardens, there are other options for what you can grow around the house. Not just out if you don't have a little patch of lawn to tear up to turn into your garden, then you know, you can still do stuff indoors. This is non-edible. This is an ivy, but you know, you can also get lots of other plants that are edible and vegetables that will bloom that do grow in the house. So, and all of the tutorials for how to do such things are online, and there are plenty of experts to tell you what the best and easiest things to grow, and even how to cook those things. They're all out there. Keep social networking and keep looking for things to do. So do your best to grow what's best this Earth Day on April 23rd. And if you want to know more about community gardens and growing foods and how to outsource that stuff in Ontario, and how to put those plans back in place to keep those funded, contact the Green Party of Ontario. They have all these plans to help get that back together. And so don't just think about your medical needs, but your body's health needs of all kinds, and also your more creative needs as well. And all this creative social networking really pays off. You see, I've got a job interview lined up already, and so for now, I guess I'm just gonna, you know, do my thing, be me, while I prepare for that and get out there into the world. Poor turtle. Aww. So I've got painting to do. I don't know if I should paint some 3D objects or something more stationary and bring those concepts out of my mind onto the two-dimensional plane. Or I could always eat potatoes. I don't think that I've got a poutine place that delivers close. Well, not sure if they have any apps, if there are. So I'm going to make some food and get creative and change out of those fine clothes so I can do some crafting and cooking and such. So have a great 4/22 and have a wonderful Earth Day tomorrow at 4/23 2020. Have a great green Earth Day.